been in the great state of Arizona, 10th week of the 80s. And then when you come inside, this is what you witness. Oregon State with so many unique storylines, and then the home team always so well supported. The Arizona Gymcats, and the opportunity to see an Olympian perform right there. We'll introduce you in just a moment, but until then, we've got a great one as we welcome you back on campus. And I think the most important thing, Amanda Borden, Olympic gold medalist, and Darren Sutton, to finish the thought, the most important thing, we're hedging towards the Pac-12 and the championships, which start on March 23rd. So with that in mind, Oregon State coming off, wow, a heady 197-1, and Arizona a 196-95. What do they both hope to accomplish competing with one another today?
Well, both teams are steadily building, and that's really important at this point in the season. For Oregon State, they have the advantage in the first half of the competition on vault and bars. Arizona's better on the beam and floor, which is the second half. I think it's going to be a tight competition, but bottom line for both of these teams is they're trying to put up big scores as they head into that postseason.
You'll get to learn from a gold medalist. You'll get to watch a gold medalist, and that's what makes it so very special for Oregon State. Jade Carey, 1 gold on floor, and she's an Arizonan, which makes it even more special.
Well, she was named the Pac-12 Gymnast of the Week for the first time this season. She put up a pair of 9925s on beam and floor and a 995 on bars last week, and that sealed 101 event career titles. Today she's competing in the all-around for the 3rd time. She's already put up 2 perfect 10s this year on floor and vault, so she is going to be fun to watch.
She was itty-bitty. She was competing for the AZ Sunrays. She's a local product. By the way, she's not local really. Nearly 500,000 followers on Instagram. Everyone knows who Jade Carey is. You get to watch her compete today, folks. That will be fun. The punchback may come from the Wildcats on floor. As a matter of fact, very, very strong team. Near the top of the rankings, Dietz and Fears and Havner and Miller will compete out there today.
That's right. They'll be ending on this event, but they are without senior star Malia Hargrove. What's made this team so good this year on floor is they have fun routines, great music, and strong choreography. And when I talked to head coach John Court, he said the lineup is deeper, but we've been training hard. Now it's time to train smart, focus on the details, the landings, and most of all, the performance.
All right, the bar will be set by the Olympian, and everyone will look to grab hold of it as well. This is going to be some kind of special. This Conference of Champions always standing at the top of the podium as it pertains to gymnastics. When we come back, we'll get things going. We'll do so on vault and on bars. Glad to have you with us today. Programs like this, when you have a new coach come in, they're able to put their fingerprints on the recruiting and on the programs. That's not the case here. There are legacies that have been left by these two coaches. Obviously, Tanya Chaplin, the head coach of Oregon State, has been the leader for a lot longer than John Court, but John Court has 2 decades as an assistant here. There's Tanya, 27th year, coach of the year, a couple of years back in this conference. Pac-12 regular season titles each of the last 2 years. Tanya and her program, a standard, certainly, when you earn a commitment from an athlete from Arizona, an Olympian, and she wants to come compete for you, that's a wonderful notch, certainly, on the belt of a coach and what she has accomplished. Now for John Court, this is his alma mater of Johnson and Wales, but it feels like right after that he came here and joined the staff and did so much learning. It's 26 combined years that he's been a part of this program.
Well, he's very proud of this team and what they're working for this season. They've had some strong meets mid-season. Now they're starting to climb and build. He said, we want to come out aggressive in this first rotation and then build from there.
So you talked about Malia Hargrove being out today. It's not, thank goodness, something long-term, just precautionary to have her out. So John has to make some adjustments. We'll introduce you to the gymnast that will be stepping in place of Hargrove. Talented athlete, certainly. And when you think about Hargrove, the redshirt senior, you're also losing a little bit of experience, kind of that steady and calm that she provides, correct?
Absolutely. She is a great leader when it comes to her gymnastics. She's been in the all-around, so they've had to replace her on all 4 events as well.
Teresa Wise will replace her and do so on vault. Wise, an athlete out of the Las Vegas area. Tirza gets this wonderful opportunity. Was a home study athlete and competed for Salciano Elite for 7 years under the Salciano family. Here we go.
Chenko layout full. That's a great start. You can see Arizona, when it comes to vault, every athlete has that 995 start value. So those landings are going to be very important in this first rotation.
Here's the daughter of Michael and Shira. I'm guessing when they found out their daughter was getting this opportunity to step in and compete, had to be a thrilling day and a way to start things. And she started very dependable and did so on vault. Sophia Esposito will start for Oregon State. Sophia, a freshman out of New York, Half Hollow Hills High School East, New Image Gymnastics, where Tatiana Ambora was her leader and her coach for a long time.
Starting with a release move called a ray, directly connected. She looked like she caught it a little bit close, had to bend her arms, but was able to generate enough swing to transition and wrapping it up very clean, nailing that cast handstand giant full double tuck just to hop back.
2 times a 9.825 on uneven bars, the kinesiology major, and the daughter of Christine and Matthew, Sophia Esposito. He had won level 10 national championships before coming to college. And so on beam, a couple of times on vault, won an all-around national title as well. This is Sophia, very decorated gymnast. For a while, it's a nice start, especially stepping in. A 9.75. Now it's up to the rest to step up. Caroline Harry will be next behind her. Caroline, the senior from Argyle, Texas, University Prep. Her career best on vault, 9.825.
You can see directly behind the table, centered, very nice. Just taking that hop back. We were here just, I don't know, a week ago or so, and she was not in the vault lineup. I think that's another great area of growth for this Arizona team, is they have lineup depth where they can have Malia out this week and pull somebody in, like Harry. Very nice there. You can see great distance, just not quite able to stick that landing.
Last week here at 9.775 on vault in the meet in Texas. And so John Core with the encouraging pat on the shoulder. We're waiting on a bar score on the other side as they still pull together. Looks like we're pulled together a 9.8 and a 9.75, but they may be adjusting it. Let's see. Natalie Briones awaits for her chance as they wait for that score. The Gilbert, Arizona native, another athlete who's an Oregonian as far as competing, but an Arizonan as far as birth. Competed at Carter's Gymnastics Academy in the Gilbert area.
Judges trying to figure out their scores. Looks like it's finally in.
9.775.
It's always tough when you're the athlete that's waiting for the judges to figure out that scores. You're ready, you're amped up, and finally you get that green flag.
Natalie, will see her flying, but it was in the state of Arizona on her 18th birthday that she truly flew, as she skydived for the first time.
Release move, up to the high bar, pack salto back down. Oh, tipped over there on that half pirouette. Nice aggressive work. And finishing double layup.
Briones, after the wait, very strong, the kinesiology major, 3-time JO qualifier.
Mount, winding up those giants and then really flaring out on that double layout. Small deduction on the landing. Legs glued together. Nice tight form.
A big exhale on the other side as Emma Storm follows up the 9.675 for Caroline Harry. Strom, a man called her Storm. My apologies. I know her name. She's a sophomore from Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha Virtual School, 9.875. Her best mark on vault.
Nice power.
Beautiful.
She bounced on the landing, but she was straight up and down, showing really good control.
We want to welcome everyone who enjoyed Cal beating Arizona in women's basketball, and Arizona was victorious in that matchup. Those two went toe-to-toe, so those of you in the great state, And especially Wildcats fan, it was a win for you against Cal on the road in the Bay Area. A fun duel for you. These are two teams inside the top 20. We're just getting started. You can see the numbers there for Briones and Esposito to start things. And you'll get to enjoy watching an Olympian in this one. If you're just hopping in, Jade Carey, an Olympic gold medalist, competes for Oregon State. This is Taylor DeVries.
Same combination we saw from one of her teammates earlier. Elise moved up to the high bar, pack Salto back down. The key on uneven bars is hitting handstands a little short there. Really winding up for huge double layout.
Stuck it.
Nice job.
DeVries, for freshman, the biology major from Roscoe, Illinois. 9-9 on bars on January 6th.
This last handstand, you can see trying to hit that vertical. She was a little short, but really gets a lot of speed. Snaps up off the bar on the double layout, gives her plenty of height. Great rotation and a clean landing.
A fist bump and inviting smile as well. Strom with the 9.825. Abigail Martin, another freshman competing. Texas Connections Academy at Houston and Pearland Elite Training Center. She won a bunch of state championships in Texas.
Nice. Yurchenko layout full. Again, tremendous distance, right? That's how you get higher scores. You got to go higher, you got to go further, you got to be tight in the air, straight body as you land, but still a deduction on that landing there.
At a 9.85 on vault at UCLA this season. Dad Mark played college baseball at Cincinnati, played in the minors for the Braves and the Yankees. And I'm sure he's got some stories to tell, as all of us minor leaguers do. 9.85 for Taylor. And this is Jennifer McMillan now. She'll hop up on the uneven bars. Another young athlete, just a sophomore, out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Beautiful first cast handstand. Clean combination. That bail handstand. She's got beautiful leg form and a nice long line on this event. Finishing double layout. And to pipe down just a little bit. But her form was beautiful.
September 6th had a 9.95 on bars.
Dismounted with a double layout. So you want to keep your hips open right there. You can see she started to snap down, but she knew exactly where she was to get a good landing.
Yeah, she did that 9.95 earlier against number 4 ranked Utah at the time. Gill was sold out at home. It was her first win. What an incredible way to get a notch in the victory column. Martin's with the 9.70. Allison Fears now on vault for Arizona, the junior out of Murrieta, California.
Wow. That's the best vault I've seen her do this year. Last week, I believe she tied a career high with a 9.825. I think that's going to definitely match it, if not beat it. Nice form, opened those arms, and was right on top of the landing. I mean, she knew right away when her feet hit the mat. She was in perfect alignment. Those feet didn't move.
Beautiful. You're exactly right. At the Texas Women's, it was with Arkansas and Alabama. She did have that career best. 9.95 start value. Spectacular for Allison Fears. H. Thompson. Last week against Stanford in the all-around at 39.275. First time she had competed in all-around at the college level.
Yeah, that's incredible. She's a transfer from Utah. We've seen her on the uneven bars in her college career, but today she's expected to be in the all-around again. Very strong on this event. Beautiful handstand work.
She's got a 10 in her history on bars.
This has been a great routine so far, finishing double layout. Can she land it? Yep. was definitely a great routine for her.
She reacts.
She has beautiful form and nice skills on this event. Details like hitting that handstand, though, very important. And then I always feel like it's an exclamation point when you can stick the dismount. And that she did as well. Right here, double layout, spots the ground, arms hold on, up on those toes. Excellent.
Second team All-American in 2022 on uneven bars, all competing for Utah. At 10 came against Minnesota on bars a couple of years ago. Fears with the 9.85, and now Ainsley Griever, the freshman from Naperville, Illinois, 9.80. Her best, she's done it twice last week.
Great vault. It's a strong rotation for Arizona. You can see the potential. I mentioned that Oregon State having the advantage, as vault is an area that Arizona can continue to improve on. But good start.
Yeah, 31st in the land on vault. 49.225, their very best. As we see Jade Carey following up the 9.925 back-to-back. The Olympic gold medalist. She has multiple 10s on uneven bars during her history as a competitor. Jade this year on bars, 9.975, her best.
And last week, another 9.95. She's solid and consistent. And the gymnastics we're going to see today is not her most difficult. This won't be the routine she competes in the U.S. Championships and on to Olympic trials and so on. Well, it's still very difficult for a college routine. This is considered a watered-down set for her. A little on the front side of that landing, but boy, oh boy, not a lot of deduction in that routine.
You can even see the difference, the marginal gap between the field and Jade during her warm-ups. It's so strong with so much strength.
Well, she makes everything look easy. This routine had very difficult release moves. That one up to the high bar with the half turn. And then she actually does a dismount that has 2 twists. In this one, just one. So double flip, 1 twist, legs glued together, very nice. She likes it.
This is the strength for Oregon State, 8th in the country on uneven bars. 49.625, their very best. They close out with a 9.925, a couple of those, and we'll see what number Carey earns. Taking a peek over on vault. You drop the 9.675, Griever's 9.75 ending, so a 48.875 for Arizona on vault. Just a tick below their average. Again, their best of 49.225. 9.975 for Carey.
That means one judge thought it was perfect.
She had a 10. So a 49.525. This team crushes this apparatus when you talk about on the uneven bars. 49.525, well above what they average, but just a tick below their best on the year. So far, it hasn't disappointed. Seeing Jade work, we'll see more of the Olympic gold medalist and Arizona's counter when we come back.